indeed. Let's get this show on the road. Fnatic and MIBR. MIBR starting on the T side, Fnatic on the CT side. And third game here of ESL One Cologne. And I don't know about this one, Moses. How do you feel about this MIBR lineup now? With Lucas on the lineup, I'm excited.
It's another one of those changes that I feel like works in theory. It's when putting it into practice that you have to see, because you could say that about a lot of the things that MIBR's tried and it hasn't always panned out. And, well, Lucas is the first person to eat a bullet in this game. Down very early into the action. 4-on-5 for MIBR, and at this point it already feels like with him going down, he was the one who wanted to apply pressure in mid and in towards brackets. All that's left is this B hit.
Yeah, it could still work. Smoke off on the one side. They have a Molotov on Fur, but they need to get in there. Crouching right under Exist crosshair there. That actually got a little bit close, but he's going to be pushed off the angle. Oh no, that was just a shot right through. Maybe there was a bit of a gap, I'm not sure, but JW goes down to Fallen. Now the bomb plant is going to be happening, and Molotov has already been used. That's a very good grenade. Exist taking out Fallen.
It's a double grenade, actually. That was planned to take out the planner, and that's really well done. Fallen goes down, but Fur has the P250, and he could be deadly in this position.
They might have to rely on him. That might be... Oh! You said deadly, but that's absolutely devastating. And now Taco for one more time, and he's going to shut them all down. I can't even believe it. That was so clean.
What a sequence of shots from Fur. Playing in triple boxes, relative safety. You can take a fight, you can fall back, you can stay alive as long as possible. He had teammates in perfect positions to make sure that he couldn't get wrapped upon from the Coffin's retake. And Fnatic, they might be a little bit frustrated. They were very content to take that one-man lead into the post plant. The nade stack as well delivered. And then you have, what, a 4-on-3 at that point. Unfortunately, doesn't pan out for them on the retake. Nice job from MIBR. This Fnatic team is like, oh, maybe this is good for the next round. We'll see what they can bring in this one. They do have a force buy it. Crims with the scout. First tag down now with that back 10. It's all SMGs for the MIBR side, but that's going to allow them to be very fast and apply a lot of pressure and try and force some of these smokes out. Twist is holding on to his for as long as possible, but that utility usage from MIBR forces his hand. This Fnatic team just feels like a team to me that, like, I want to be really good. When you look at the IEM Sydney Grand Finals, the fact they took Liquid to 5 maps, when you see them against NIP in that series, you want this team to be back. They're so much fun to watch. These players, Crims, you know, JW, the potential that Twist and Brolin have, you want to see them clicking on all cylinders, and we don't get it often enough. But Crims is doing a great job with this scout. He's brought Fallen down to 8. He's brought Fur down to 29.
Even better now, they're pushing them back towards the B bomb site. This B defense, though, needs to slow down. They have that smoke still in exist. I don't know why they would want to push out when they still have that. It's going to be going down at about 40 seconds. So now, MIBR, I mean, if they wait, there are no more smokes on the other side, but they might not know then, and it could be a little bit scary if they wait until sub 30 seconds. Going to be rushing their way through. That opening kill is huge. And now, left alone there is Exist in the corner. So maybe MIBR finding a way through this. They are low on health on 3 players. But the bomb goes down.
And you can't possibly know that. Crims probably knows he tagged 2, but just not enough manpower to go for this. Not enough weaponry. So MIBR survive some early scares. Nice entry from Lucas, not being afraid to come through that smoke well ahead of his teammates and actually beating the Fnatic rotations towards that B bomb site. So 2-0 for MIBR. Who do you have taking this one?
MIBR.
Okay.
You must know this.
That's right. You do have that ridiculous bet.
There's no party. I want to hear this, Moses, especially now that we're having all
live
this
on
recorded.
air. I can't take anything back.
Is there any part of you that thinks, man, I hope this edition of Lucas isn't what does it, and they win the major behind it? You know? Because you see that. You see how it's being lined up.
Well,
see how it's happening.
I didn't take that bet. That's between you and, I don't know, I guess you and the world. You've just made some ridiculous thing on your own for whatever reason.
Yeah.
For those maybe out of the loop, Anders, I think it was, what, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, predicted that MIBR would win the next major. It's right after Katowice you said that.
Yeah, didn't so much predict it as I just, made it happen.
It was like the 14th step in a series of steps that just prove that you've lost your mind.
It's either me or everybody else, right? So I don't know. I feel like I'm coming out on top so far. We'll have to see. Third round, and this should be much easier given the fact that at least 3 out of 5 did not have any armor. to start the round with.
Here's one thing we can discuss, just because, I mean, you asked about this Lucas edition, and part of the reason why it sounds good in theory is because it takes away any kind of like role conflict between Fur and other players who like to be aggressive.
Yeah.
When they've added Stewie, when they've added Tarek, those players like to be aggressive and like to be proactive on the map. Same with Phelps,
too,
he's
yeah.
an aggressive player. There was always some kind of a weird situation where it felt like someone was taking the role that Fur wanted to do. Now Lucas isn't like that at all. So Fur gets everything he wants. And so does Exist, spamming through the smoke. And this is interesting, a 3-on-4, and they're kind of trapped. They're committed here at the moment.
Yep, the bomb is on the ground, and Taco doing a little bit there. Don't think he even managed to reload yet. That could get a little bit scary if they try and come through. Boosting up on top, and that is the perfect move. JW taking down Taco, and Lucas, he's so low on health. Fnatic might just have found a way to bring this back out of nowhere. That would be really something. A great grenade to close the round with. This was the round that was supposed to be no problem at all for the Brazilian side, so... Great job.
I mean, a good save in the previous round of some of the weaponry, but I mean, yeah, this was even a 5-on-4. Remember, Crims with that scout got picked off early from Boiler. A lot of damage, a couple kills through the smoke. That is quite nice for Fnatic, and they get to turn things around quickly, but it's not going to put MIBR on any kind of a weak buy. They have the AKs, they have the Kriegs out on Lucas and Taco, and Fnatic will buy up as well.
I mean, traditionally, for at least some of the members of this Fnatic team, this Inferno map has been amazing for them on CT sides, right? Really a huge strength. Running through the fire, though, never really a good idea. It would have been worth it, maybe, if they could have caught that first guy in the corner, but that did not happen.
I think they put that out. I think that's why they took so much damage. They believed that smoke was going to put it out, but it feels like it only put out half the Molotov.
Yeah.
And they ran through the second portion of it. That's going to be frustrating. Cold and Fallen brought down to 29 and 30 HP. Who do you lean on now if you're MIBR to find you openings? You've still got those Kriegs in play on Taco and Lucas.
Well, it looks like it's definitely going to be a B hit. Fur making his way down the middle and setting up for some of the grenades here. Already preemptively with the boost Fnatic on the other side. They've got Exist up there and Twist down on the low ground. And Twist even has a Molotov that he's managed to hold on to, so that could get very confusing. If you have to sort of like dodge the fire and try and check the boost at the same time, that's not going to be fun at all. Close Molotov there. They're working out pretty well at the moment. Exist to pick up that second kill.
Oh, that nade.
Yeah, that's right on top. That almost took down 2 players, and JW's in with the flank as well. This is looking so good for the defense here on the Swedish side. On the other hand, coldzera down to 3 health at the moment, and in a 1 versus 3, and he's going to get flanked. Not risking the knife.
It's a bit early for the knife to be brought out.
Even for JW, though.
True.
Is it ever too early?
Yeah, that would have been fun. But I respect the Mac-10. You get the bonus money, get the AK-47, secure the win. When you get some money behind you, then you can go for the knife. Either way, this is now 4 rounds in a row that MIBR's attacked that B bomb site. Pretty heavy lean towards one side. Yeah, see, it's like put out half the Molotov. That was weird. Had some weird Molotovs to start out the day.
We have. They're not going to be happy about it. And this round, they have upgraded pistols. And not that much else to really work with, so could still put out some economic damage to the Fnatic side. That would be a good way to have an impact in this round. And not even a grenade to set anything up with. So, ooh, Taco. There's an opening.
Nice turn from Crims, though. One of my personal favorite players to watch on CT sides. I think he's a phenomenal awareness when he's, especially when he's on defense. Not that it's any slacking when he's switched over to the offensive side of things, but just always have really enjoyed his fundamental style on the CT sides. 3-2 in the favor of Fnatic, and back into the AKs and Kriegs for MIBR.
I feel like even after all these years, one of the really weird things about watching Crims games is that if I could sort of look, if I don't look at the scoreboard, I just think like, oh yeah, it's like a couple of his teammates have been playing well. Then I look at it and I think, oh god, he's been doing so much, and somehow I haven't really noticed. It's like it's some sort of weird flying under the radar type style that, like, it's just consistently good. but it's not always in the highlight, clips.
No, it's going to be very rarely in the highlight clips for him, but it just seems like he's able to just grind out double kills round after round.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Especially when you consider as well, he's usually the guy playing some of the toughest spots on the map.
Yeah.
Or historically, at least.
Well, another banana attempt here for MIBR. And so far, it really feels like Twist and Exist have taken the approach over here at B, saying we're actually not going to fight for it. Which is, a lot of CT sides do actually want to do that.
Well, just mixing it up. Just give different looks. So if they try and counter one, maybe you catch them in a situation where they use too much utility when you're not mounting that aggressive defense. Fur alone at the A bomb site for quite some time, looking for pushes, but not being aggressive himself. And another round to the B bomb site. It's hard to tell if at the moment, we'll have to see. You'd imagine it would come to fruition later on if they're trying to set up a play towards that A bomb site later on in this half. Just make Fnatic feel like it's always going to be a B hit and then switch the sites. But for now, pretty easy to read.
Yes, it is. Even with the smoke. Oh God, that is so much more than he could have hoped for. Taking down Taco and Fallen both. That AUG really coming into play. These B hits aren't working out. I don't know how else to put it.
No, that was ugly. They didn't get enough utility baited out before they went for that set piece on the B bomb site. The Molotov slowing them down, keeping them just cordoned in. Obviously, the play from Twist on Coffins is a bit fortunate, but it's fortunate because they block them off and they just don't let them move forward at all. Spamming through, slowing them down. They've got the Molotov in front of them, and everyone just gets way too grouped up when there's no path forward. Fnatic's got to be feeling good about this start. And look at the money already. JW, 11,000. He hasn't even brought the op out yet. We haven't seen it.
He's rich.
Rich.
It's it's a good look right now for the Swedish side. Which you like to see. We were for at least a while here, we were getting kind of hyped up about the idea of the return of French Counter-Strike. But I feel like we could be, it'd be good to get the Swedes back in action a little bit more too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they're not quite there yet. They haven't made the same kind of progress that the French side has.
No, not really. And it is, especially because obviously the high mark for Swedish Counter-Strike is, it's just so high up there. So for a good long while, probably the best Counter-Strike nation in the world.
Yeah, stretching through multiple different versions as well.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Well, here we go, round number 7. And we have Deagle's CC there and a P250 on Lucas. So MIBR again with a limited opportunity to try and find something. And you referenced the money there on JW. That is a good reason why you want a couple of kills here on the T side. Just try and take some guns away.
I don't even think Fnatic would be too upset at this point if maybe they got one kill, took a weapon away, a free way for JW to drop, the AK over and pick up an AWP himself. 2 defenders still at this B bomb site, Exist and Twist. They do have the one Molotov remaining. Exist knows he's needed that a multitude of times already in this half. And he's just got it primed. Twist keeps the information. He's going to toss out a flashbang, and MIBR haven't made progress yet. They're trying to do it silently to avoid the utility, but it is a crossfire of rifles, but that doesn't matter when one player goes down. Molotov comes out very late, but Exists still handles things, even predicts the jump up onto the boxes, eventually runs out of bullets, and yeah, this is effective for MIBR. They are going to get a plant. There's a flank coming in. Haven't picked up the weapons just yet. So low percentage of actually converting this into a victory.
Yeah, but 2 headshots here and it's done, right? That Deagle, you never really know. There is a Molotov on Roland, so they might be in a little bit of trouble. Is he going to try and set it up to... Oh, he throws it into the corner. At least they don't have to check it, but that isn't where anyone's playing at right now. And that bomb is ticking away. Missed opportunity there. No Deagle shot the first time around. And yeah, they're going to run down coldzera too. That was scary.
Did JW just run out of bullets and just start defusing even with coldzera still alive? He was like, yeah, you're not going to kill me.
That would be...
It's like, I dare you.
That'd be a very alpha move, wouldn't it?
I'm pretty sure he did. Either way, he's loaded. He's got 14,000 now built up in the bank, and for MIBR, gotta give yourself hope. You want something positive to come out of this round, just to make you feel like you're still in this game and you're not getting completely countered.
I have an idea.
Go towards A?
Yeah, that was actually going to be my idea. Well, now they have an orb on Fallen. I like that. And they have 3 Kriegs. And now Fnatic, not really fighting for Banana. Just tossing in some grenades and leaving it alone. Grim's up here. And that is a great move. Taking down Fur, who was playing aggressively.
And this is the question if MIBR, like, this is where they should show us why they've picked Inferno. This is a setup you've had a number of times. 4 players towards B and Fur all alone in those halls. But your plan can't just be like, if he dies, we just pick up the pace towards this B bomb site. Now look what Fnatic has changed. They've got an AWP over here, which hasn't been seen yet. When the AWP holds that angle, that allows the defender to keep their utility. They don't have to keep that choke point smoked off. They actually don't want it. They want the AWP to have that shot. So countering MIBR in a number of ways.
Yeah, they really are.
And that's just Fallen taking a dry peek. No flashbang.
Yeah, I mean, again, if that had been the M4 on the other side, maybe that makes a lot of sense, right? But as you said, they did not even know that there was that open play. And now it's going to get shut down. Smoke, they're already down the middle. Look at that on the CT side. They're being flanked already. MIBR, there should be no way to win this. JW, he's so quick. He's running in on them with the knife out. Still gets the kill on Taco. A couple in return, which is not bad at all. But again, the bomb is out there on Banana. So they have the bomb site, yes, but they forgot a vital detail in the plan.
Well, yeah, by the time they finish their fights at the B bomb site is when they finally realize the bomb has been dropped. And then, not only that, another smoke goes up in Banana to block them from even getting to the bomb. JW's got a smoke as well that he can throw down, and Luke is just trying to get out. Luke is trying to maybe find one more kill. It's not going to happen. At least he died before the timer. He can get the bonus money, but that's about the only positive you can take from this round. MIBR still have yet to send a gun round towards A. The most presence they've had is the Mac-10 round that they lost against unarmored pistols, against scouts. Other than that, it's basically been Fur lurking, and that's it.
Maybe they're playing this game on, you know, less on the, let's say on the sort of emotional side, and they're just playing it on pure probabilities. They're saying, statistically, we must win, like, you know, 3 out of 10 rounds going B. So we just keep going. Doesn't matter if it's not working. We just something has to work eventually, you know? Well,
someone's done the maths wrong on that one because it's not panning out.
It is. No, it's really not. JW, that's not a bad flick. It's scary to see him play this way. Exist, catching them, could have maybe, you know, over-rotated. But they are really getting shut down here.
That's the bomb again picked off. So even if they had all the success in the world, they would have had to go back for the bomb, and JW would just love that. And now you have a situation, Taco's alone. JW finds that with the deagle. And no chance for Lucas to be involved in the action whatsoever.
You ever play any Pokemons? You ever had some of those games where like you have sort of back-to-back hands where you're trying to complete like some sort of, you know, flush or something, and you think like, well, I didn't get it the last 2 times, so surely this time it, like, you know, and you're using like really bad math, and you realize that isn't how reality works at all. I feel like that's what MIBR are running into it. They're like, yeah, you know, it didn't work out the first 4 times towards the B bomb side, but this 5th time, surely.
Yeah, actually, that one works. Well, I actually don't even mind the call of a B split. I think the problem, obviously, I mean, JW dropping the bomb on the 3rd player coming up mid doesn't help anything. But, you know, that mid to B split probably works a little bit better if you had success at the B bomb site any other time, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of trying to set something up.
Well, that's, I mean, I like the idea that you mentioned earlier as well, which is that if you go B a number of rounds and then you suddenly sort of switch it to A, but actually that works worse when you don't even have the success at B, right? Because they might just be like, well, we don't care if you, like, you might be pretending to do it again and then faking to A, but we're not going to do anything out of the ordinary because our B defense is working.
Well, what's really unfortunate for MIBR is that it's Fnatic who like probably noticed what they're doing, and they're like, all right, if you want to keep coming B and trying to set something up for A later on, we're just going to put an op there, and then they just win a free round out of it.
Things really not looking good. It's hard to find anything positive to say right now about what we're seeing out of MIBR. It is first half, or I guess it's T side for MIBR here on Inferno, so they can actually still turn it around. But it has to be pretty soon. I would say if they get up to like 4 or 5 rounds, at least they're still competitive. 2 or 3 though, not so much.
How much of this do you put onto, I mean, they haven't had Lucas in the lineup for long. And obviously we're struggling even before that, having Phelps in the lineup and trying to make that work for some time. As the person who's predicted them to win to the next major,
Go on.
do you just write this one off and say they're still learning with Lucas, or is this worrying for you in any way?
Yeah, I've not even the slightest bit of worry in me, Moses. I think this is fine.
It's all fine, he says, as 4 members of MIBR get absolutely slaughtered.
That, by the way, was the second death for JW, who's otherwise clocking in at 14-2.
And he's got 16K before buying in this round.
He's really mega rich, isn't he?
So is Brolin. Brolin's at about 15,000.
But no, I don't see any reason to be worried at all. They probably are saving strats for the major, so should be.
That old chestnut bringing it in.
Got to find a way. Round number 11 here in Fnatic. Looking kind of, I think, like how everyone wants Fnatic to look like. This is great. A nice good grenade going over there. A little bit of damage to top it off. On the other end of the spectrum, I think Fallen has got basically 1 kill so far. Yeah, 1-0-9. So that's also an issue. He's sneaking in, and that's a nice opportunity. He's going to get it. JW gets 1 in return, but Lucas also taking down Twist Crims, hiding under. Oh my God, what a jump down through the smoke, off the balcony, into the pit, and taking down Crims. I can't believe he just did that. Now JW and Exist are going to be left 2 versus 4, but that's the kind of play I think we need. Like, this is what I associate with Brazilian Counter-Strike, and we just need it every round. JW gonna smoke himself off to actually make sure he could even survive in that corner. And now this should be the round that they finally win.
I think at this point, if you're Fnatic, set up for some exits. You have the money to risk the weapons doing it with JW and Brolin's huge bank behind them. I don't think you go for this. I think you say, let's take as many weapons away as humanly possible without actually fully committing. You're going to risk it. What a win it would be. JW's got the opening pick, and now he's going to move forward, see what he can get out of this. Still early into the bomb timer. They both have defuse kits. There's a smoke as well, but I think JW has to back off now. Exist has been dropped by Taco. They know JW's in lane, and he misses that shot. It should be all over. Uncharacteristic, messy fight from Cold, but going to come out on top in the end. The problem is you're not going to be able to rely on that play from Fallen each and every time you need an opening.
You know, this one was great. This follow-up here, this is madness. But it looks cool, doesn't it?
It looks real cool.
If he'd been wearing like a cape or something, could have been like a Batman kind of landing. Round number 12. I like the little moments where you're waiting to see if it's about to make sense, and then.
Yeah, I didn't really have anything to build off of the Batman.
No. Bad Fallen, bad. I don't know. Fallen sneaking into the angle. Setting up for a smoke, though, instead. JW, this is a bit of an off angle. Oh, he's in a very awkward position. He's in one flashbang, would ruin his whole life, but it seems like he's going to be able to make it back around the corner. That looked very awkward to me.
He needed to take that shot. He needed to have presence so Brolin could get a double kill. Fur and Cold looking for the up, and Brolin up top. They find everything. That's a beautiful job from Fnatic. Now JW, new position. He spots the leg, and he gets the whole body of Taco. It's Fallen up next, turning the corner. He's committed now. Molotov forces him into action, and Cribs has 1 coming from Rap side. If they can just wait for Lucas, but the timing, it's not there. He turns at the last second, and that's heartbreaking. Fallen, that's a flick that's just way too difficult, and Fnatic stop MIBR at 1.
What made Lucas turn? I swear you could even hear Twist running.
I have no idea.
Maybe?
But it's one of those things where it could very easily be communication of some kind.
Because it felt like he did it very quickly, as though he was reacting to something. So, well, hard to say, but that obviously, I don't know if it cost him everything, but that could have been tricky. Because if he got that kill on Twist, he would have been able to wrap around on Crims, who was up on the balcony, with Fallen. So that is kind of upsetting. 9-3 though. At least the money system is sort of helping them out in terms of, you know, in terms of having an ability to buy in this round. But then it's all over pretty much.
Yeah, look at all the damage they're taking early on though. First, what, 20 seconds of the round, you have Fur and Taco just above half HP. That's brutal. JW here, a change in the setup. Instead of being boosted on the other side, it is Crims in the cubby. JW is going to get his chance here. First close up, that's a missed shot, but Crims, he's just waiting. He knows one is gone. He's communicated that over to his teammates. He doesn't want to take that fight. He wants his teammates to handle it, and coldzera, because of it, has no idea. Now he's working his way in. They've got to be aware of library.
Yeah, that's the only place he can be. They've checked everything else at this point in time. So now Fur holding library. Brolin still down in pit alone, and he's going to need a little bit of backup and pretty quickly as well. Brolin actually picking up a kill. Finally goes down to Lucas and Fur. He would have been caught as well by Twist. Now the bomb plant. Can they actually get it down? Taco's going to be the one to do it here, and it is a 2-on-3. That's looking pretty good again for the Swedish side.
They have 3 smokes, 3 kits, a Molotov, flashbangs. And they know Taco's inside the bomb site. The one thing they don't have yet is anyone getting aggressive and starting to move up on the flank. They might want to all retake in this direction because of the utility. But just now, Crims and Twist going to rotate through brackets, and now comes the retake. Lucas
here, good position to have the creek in. That could really make a difference. Gonna go for a bit of an overpeak. Taco gets a headshot, but now they're both gonna be having around. And if they just peek him at the same time, yeah, there's almost no chance to do that. He does a little bit of damage to Twist there, but that is gonna be the round here, favoring Fnatic 10-3 now, a 7-round lead. And again, right now we have, well, 3 members of the Fnatic team are 1 kill away from 10. Exist is at 10 and JW is at 17. Nobody on MIBR is even beyond 7. So they're really having just a pure output problem at the moment.
Well, an output problem that I think that part of it you at least have to say is a result of some of the strategic decisions. So much of it's on the B bomb site early on when it was getting shut down so heavily.
Yeah.
And now it's just, yeah, they're low because they never have any, they don't have the money to fight against Fnatic. Every time they win a round, every time they even challenge to get some kills, Fnatic just still has so much cash. And look at the utility, nade and Molotov.
That, by the way, I think might be the first time that Fnatic actually stay and fight for Banana.
And a 3rd player this time.
Yeah, a 3rd player. So, I mean, most of the time when we talk about calls and strategies, we actually implicitly mean on the T side, right? But right now, Fnatic are making slight adjustments to the defense, and it is just working out so beautifully.
And then JW starts getting confident. As you mentioned, he's just got an incredible scoreline, and he goes back for a peek. The last 2 times they saw him at rap side, he takes a shot and falls back. This time he takes a shot and gets re-aggressive. Micro changes in the play style. A 4-on-2 and another smoke coming up at this B bomb site.
Oh, pretty well timed too. That timing is actually incredible. Trying to see if they can make their way through it. 40 seconds. They are both more or less standing inside of the smoke, and timing is just absolutely everything. Fallen gets a kill, but now the bomb is down, and it's still a 1 versus 3 here for Taco. I can't believe he got that headshot. Seemed like he couldn't have seen almost anything there. He's going to be able to get the bomb plant down, but then he still has to deal with the fact that there are 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, 1 HE, 2 flashbangs. If they find out where he is, surely he's going to get grenaded to hell. He's got the line up. I mean, an instant headshot right now to make it a 1 versus 1. That would be the real deal. 1 Molotov in. HG gonna land more or less right on top of his face, and smoke in front. That could maybe help him. That actually might help him out just a little bit. Taco at the edge, but it's not gonna be enough. He almost got the kill, and that's another round for Fnatic. 11-3, moving into round number 15.
I like the confidence and patience we've seen out of the Fnatic retakes these past 2 rounds, making sure the flanks are coming in, making sure the utility usage is clearing out positions, dumping your nades, using every tool at your disposal. And this has just been dominant from the Swedish side. Used to make a really silly joke at times with Counter-Strike. South America, best America. Just another one of the long list of things that you've gotten wrong.
Really? Weren't they the best at one point in time, Moses? I don't know. Another banana fight being won here by Fnatic. It really feels like they are just... They just can't do anything wrong, but... You're right. At the present moment, Moses, I would say...
Yeah, take it back.
Might take it back a little bit. Might run it back.
That's fair.
But listen, I feel like I've got a bet on both horses there, because I do love America, so... JW does go down. That was first sneaking in a kill. So finally, that was his 6th death in 15 rounds. So that's not bad at all. Now the boost is coming in, and it seems like, again, they're going to get that boost off just in time before the actual hit's going to be happening. It's another B hit, Moses. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel just great. At least this time, look at the utility. I mean, there's the one smoke on Twist, but he wants AWP out. He's not putting that down at any time soon. There's the first shot. If he gets another one, Taco's baited out by the boost. Exist being impactful with 2 HP. And now the smokes come out, and now it makes it difficult for MIBR to get into the bomb site. Twist has another. There's just not enough aggression, not enough pressure being applied to these Fnatic defenders. And Twist has everything. What a dominant half on the defense for Fnatic.
Yeah, and sort of almost, you know, a statistical analysis of you know, what doesn't work on this map, at least for MIBR currently. A big sample size. We're going to go into the second half right after the break, so stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here ESL One Cologne, and we are in the third match of the day. It's on Inferno. It's between Fnatic and MIBR, and it's been mostly Fnatic so far. 12-3 in the first half.
It's been all Fnatic, Anders. It's been all Fnatic. MIBR had absolutely nothing on that half. They couldn't get anything going. And I think it was just an initial failure to just even launch the first stage of the game plan that they had, and there was just nothing to build on after that.
Yeah, they had it all planned for later, and it never even got there. coldzera close. CC, that's going to be a great kill. Nobody there to really back it up. He's got Taco behind him as well. And actually, does he want to stick around? He made some steps falling back. I don't know if that's going to trick anyone. Indeed, Brolin not really convinced by it. And, ooh, swapping around like that is dangerous. Lucas, I feel like he should be dead by now, but
What a sick recovery in that fight. That is an incredible spin. Fnatic put on the back foot, and now it's their turn to exhaust all their options on one side of the map, and it looks like they want to retreat towards B. They've circled all the way around.
Well, they saw how well that B bomb side worked for MİBR, so they're thinking, you know what?
Yeah, with how good the defense was, you'd expect them to have a pretty intimate knowledge of how to take it over. And actually, I mean, Lucas is here with low HP, so the chance of them getting both of these kills is pretty decent. Fur is going to challenge, as we know he likes to do, but that's going to put him back. Him and Lucas have to be passive now. Both of them below 15 HP or lower. Oh. And you can see Fallen wants to set up the flash, and they just say, no, we don't have the HP for it. Crims comes through.
Wait, how did Fur get that kill? Was that smoked off?
Straight through the smoke.
But he was jumping on the other side. I think he caught him mid-air through the smoke. That's really ridiculous. The bomb is down, but actually Fnatic have a decent chance of doing this. They have that USP on Crims. Don't count them out yet. That bomb is planted as well, and there's no kit currently picked up on the MİBR side. Two of them coming through construction. Twist, he's spotting everything, although Taka will take him down, and that's going to be a good retake. They do make it work here. They were going to run out of time pretty soon. Yeah, I kind of want to see a replay of that Fur kill. I feel like maybe I'm making it up. It does happen.
It does.
But you were quick to say that, Moses. But I feel like that was... This is crazy. How is that happening?
Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, so it's right when he lands. So you were half right.
He landed into the headshot.
Yeah, he landed right into the headshot.
It's the wrong kind of touchdown in a sense.
The unfortunate part for Crims is it felt like he had a good read and just not able to clear Banana deep enough. I think he was a little paranoid about the retake coming in. He turned around to help in that beat bomb, so get more committed. I guess maybe he expected the flank to be faster if it was coming in at all.
Oh, 3 HEs. They're going to try and 2 people are running there. Oh, you love to see it. Absolutely carpet bombing the top of Banana. No chance to survive that. The return is pretty good though for MİBR. A lot of damage as well, so they should be in a good position here on the CT side. But obviously, the risk isn't really done yet. Fallen here on the other side of the UMP, and the boost is on. He gets caught with the grenade in hand. Oh, that could have cost him everything. I think he's managed to recover the situation somewhat here, but still, that was way too close. Molotov going to be taking care of Exist, and I don't know what we're seeing.
I mean, that you're seeing Fallen just play that as perfectly as possible. Even the disaster of getting caught with a Molotov in your hand, he could have easily just gone down immediately. But from there, he sustains very, very well. Uses the Molotov, keeps them at bay with the pistols, and able to get 3 kills in the round for his team and prevent them from taking too much more damage, because that would have been the absolute nightmare. If MİBR goes into the gun rounds and they just don't really have a whole lot to fight with. And now the nice thing is, Fallen gets an AWP out as early as humanly possible.
Yeah, you like to see it. I do. I mean, that triple grenade. Little things.
I'm really curious to see what Fallen does with the AWP in this half.
Aggressive, down the middle.
Well, because he's typically, I mean, we just saw him at the B bomb site defending in those past 2 rounds. So, is the Opera going to switch over to the other bomb site? And that was kind of the question I had in my head, and the answer is obviously yes. Going towards A, had a spawn for it, goes for a mid pick, and now moving in towards Halls. It's Lucas, the new recruit to play with Fur over at that B bomb site, and this B bomb site has been issues. Like, you want to talk about MİBR's issues on this map in general. A lot of it stems, obviously, notoriously, this B bomb site. There's been some real rough decision making, and it feels like MİBR's never gotten a grip on this new inferno of how to exactly play Banana in the B bomb site.
Well, they may have to learn on the fly. Just do it live, as we say. coldzera going to be switching over towards the B bomb site. So, I mean, this leaves the entire archway open, but it might end up being a good call. Obviously, very dangerous if you do it for too long and Fnatic find out. They are gravitating that way. It seems like this is a great call for MİBR, although I can't see how it could be more than a little bit of a gamble. Surely they can't have any info at this point to suggest that this is happening.
Other than the fact that there's absolutely nothing happening at the A-bomb site. There's no nades being thrown, there's no presence for Fnatic. So yeah, they at least read in that sense. The absence of action on one side of the map likely means it's going towards the other. Molotov's in, they want to take advantage. The SMG is a distraction, but not enough. Fur goes down, and there's the follow-up boost, and it doesn't come out in time. The communication isn't there. The SMG through the smoke. That is tough to make that spam work, and JW's not going to stop moving forward. This time, Fallen gets caught completely off guard. No chance of recovery, and Fnatic bust through the stack.
That worked so much better than I was expecting, and Fallen obviously gonna be pissed that he was just walking through the smoke with an AK in hand. That was a double kill for JW, and he's also at 21. He is really doing a remarkable job. 13-5, yeah, that was, I mean, that took the money away from MIBR. Only Lucas can really buy anything here.
And that is way too early in this second half. With this kind of a disparity, 5-13, you're really hoping you can fight for way more rounds before getting broken, before being responded upon. You really are trying to close the gap much, much more than they did. And then they have a decision to make. And they've decided to force buy into this. All the money is spent, everything they could possibly have.
I don't mind that.
Okay.
I feel like you're so close to the edge anyway, Moses. You might as well double down. If it was Underlord, is this where you spend all your money?
That's I mean, the double down. It's a classic strategy in esports. Doubling down.
It is doubling down. If that doesn't work, triple down.
It just keeps going.
Well, Fallen here with the Deagle. They do seem to be aware that there's a possibility. Playing a little bit worried. Oh, does tag 2 people. Probably not worth sticking around beyond that. Still, I mean, it's a start. Something worked.
Yeah, and it's nice that he's gotten away with his life, because at least you mount some kind of a defense without having to spend your utility. You slow down the way that they're going to take Banana. You keep them from getting up and encroaching on the bomb site too early. They spend a Molotov or 2, gaining this control. And it's up to Fur to hold his nerve for as long as possible. He's got the one smoke at this B-bomb site.
Yeah, we have plenty of examples in the past of that one smoke winning the round for a team, but you're absolutely right. Like, it all depends on how long you can, avoid throwing it for. And looks like Fnatic are already trying to put a little bit of pressure on him to throw it. I mean, just being outside, shooting through like this, he's really thinking about it.
They have Lucas here now, so I mean, they can choose if they think that this is going to still be a B hit behind this. Lucas can stick around and drop his smoke, and he's also got a counter flash and the M4. Fnatic going to have to do it the hard way again, much like last round, trying to break through 3-man stack at this bomb site. Same thing coming, but this time they'll have to come through a smoke if they want, and they'll have to contend with the M4 of Lucas.
Yeah, either that or wait till those 10 dev gonna fall back.
Oh, surely not.
Oh, but Cold and Taco are over here. I think if they get the kill on the guy with the bomb, then it's the round. They have to run that guy onto the bomb side with nobody going down. coldzera, Taco with the crossfire. This might be it. Great kill coming through. Taco and inside of the bomb site. No chance for a bomb plant here. That's a bold call to make. That's the power of those smokes. Just holding them. You're absolutely right. The fact that Lucas showed up there with that one more smoke.
It's not just that, but Fur held his nerve. There was a smoke fed at Coffins, there was a smoke in the CT spawn choke point, and still Fur did not drop the smoke until Lucas got there. Then you drop the smoke. Then you drop the second smoke, and if you're Fnatic, you realize there's likely going to be a stack, and you have very few options. You have to get really fortunate with maybe the defenders over at the A bomb site, some kind of a miscue, maybe over-rotating because of the calls, whatever it might have been. But what a great hold from MIBR. What a gutsy win that keeps him in this game. 6-13. Still not great with money, but obviously much more to play with this round.
Fallen just looked like he wanted to try and guess the timing, but ultimately decided that wasn't really worth it. I'm going to be falling back instead. Their weaponry is still really not amazing there on the CT side, but if they can make their way through this round, then actually they might finally have some sort of platform to think about the rest of the game even. I feel like they haven't even had that luxury of saying, okay, well, deep breath everybody, now we've got something working. It's been a struggle to even stay in the game. Fur and Fallen over here at the B bomb site. And Fnatic also quite happy to try and attack it, and they have been very successful with it, so can't really blame them for it. There's the grenade. Actually, timing is very good. That's going to slow it down a little bit, but not quite enough. And they're still going to make the opening. Both Fallen and Fur going down. And Lucas overextending here would lose them the round. There it is.
That's such a cool change to a B hit. You don't throw the spawn smoke. You get in there because you know you've just been destroyed by counter utility on the MIBR side every time you've attacked B.
Yeah.
That also allows JW to get in that position. The next player rotating over, which happened to be Lucas, just don't have a single chance turning that corner against JW posted up with an AWP. I feel like this entire match has just taken place at the B-bomb site.
It really has. Be one of those retake type maps where you just play, you either play defending B or attacking B, and that's it. coldzera no longer with the FAMAS.
I don't even think that was worth the 1 kill he got out of it. They needed that weapon. They have absolutely nothing to play with.
They have an MP9.
They've got nothing to fight with, MIBR.
Yeah, you're really discounting that MP9.
I don't believe I had a timeout called either.
I'm trying to think, maybe not. You could be right. 6-14 though. Just now would be a good time to go on a 10-round winning streak. That would really do a lot.
Both pistols won by MIBR in this game, and both second rounds won by MIBR in this game, and that's what's got them 4 of their 6.
You're making it worse.
First half was a 12-1 run to close things out for Fnatic, and now they're just brimming with confidence. They know the money is gone. That's an early pick, minute and 20 seconds, and certainly losing a teammate is going to force the smoke out. So Twist just ensuring essentially that Fnatic's going to have all the options open to them. If they want to come back to that B bomb site, there's not just going to be a string of smokes blocking their path, a string of Molotovs as well. Fnatic looking to get on 15 early and having plenty of chances to close this out.
Cold, I think, yeah, getting a bit of a spot, but I think he also got spotted in return. They're still just trying to set it. They don't even care about the opportunity or the possibility that he was going to be there. That MP9 up in the hallways here, and for Taco, well, it's a headshot. It is definitely a start.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional.
They have to fight for this as well, I think, if you're MIBR, especially with Taco's position. Even though they know he's there, he's picked up a Krieg, he can do something with it, but Lucas has gone down. Now, a bit more dicey. Now at a 2-on-4 with just the 1 Krieg and no kit, save.
You have set, I mean, on the Palace side, you have set yourself up for an awesome comeback story. You need to win 9 rounds in a row. Okay.
So yeah, you're going with that angle for the silver lining.
Well, you've got to find something, right? We can't just be all talking about how MIBR have been kind of crushed on this map. There's got to be a redemption story. Someone's way back.
Okay.
Everybody loves one of those.
So redemption available for MIBR, down 6-15. The crowd on their feet, suspense everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. There is a... Listen, we can't have it all, Moses. The first 2 maps were all 30 rounds. There has to be a change, I guess.
Yeah, I just think my problem with this is it feels like this is obviously a great win. We've seen some cool things out of the Fnatic side. It helps that JW has been so dominant, but it doesn't feel like they've been tested a whole lot in this game.
No, there has been like a striking lack of resistance here for the MIBR side. You're not really sure what it is, but it'd be fun to see what their comments are. Maybe even after the game, we could maybe get a chance to catch them at some point.
This is why I asked about Lucas earlier.
Yes.
In this half. Is, you know, how much of a grace period do you give them? I mean, they still have a very powerful core of 4 players.
Yeah, they do. I guess we have like 2 different opinions about this sometimes, right? Because whenever a team makes a roster change, we talk about the honeymoon period, but sometimes we talk about, you know, the adjustment period. Like, it's not clear how this works exactly. But I would say at a tournament of this caliber, I mean, you don't have time to like fix things, right? Like, they kind of have to work more or less right off the bat. 15-6 here. A chance for the Fnatic side to simply wipe out MIBR on Inferno, which, again, for MIBR, that'd be really rough. Oh, good Molotovs. Actually, pretty good return for Lucas. That even did a lot of damage to Exist on the other side, too.
Well, there we go. That's a nice start. Exist gonna have to pick up that bomb. I think the rest of his teammates are trying to accomplish something, beat the rotations back towards the A bomb site, get in position to pick off somebody, anything that is presented to them. Still a huge advantage in weaponry, although Taco has that Krieg. And you have 4 players pretty much at this A bomb site. The utility usage, they were just started to rotate back towards B. But the utility keeps them here at A. And plenty of crossfires on this defense. This should be a shutdown.
That's a pretty good angle using that smoke. I don't think JW could have seen very much there at all. Taco, ready in case somebody's going to try and jump down. About 35 seconds, and that is, well, that should shut it all down. Brolin, I can't believe it. He gets the second kill too. 30 seconds left. 2 on 3. Is there any more left in him? That second kill happened so quick following the first one. And he's looking to get the spray. He actually gets the shot on coldzera, not checking the corner. Exist will pick it up. This should be absolutely impossible. 10 seconds left. Lucas now coming in from the middle. The bomb is going to be going down. Only thing Lucas has right now is the element of surprise. Brolin in the corner. He's already got the triple. He must be all the way fired up. And Fnatic, can they steal it away? There's the kill for Lucas. He needs just one more. And Exist is up there. Flashbang's not going to do that much. He gets it. That could have got very awkward, but it will be the triple. And he's going to have a chance. He delayed it then.
I'm assuming he's cheering and high-fiving and fist-bumping the teammates, do the things they like to do.
Maybe saying, do we just want to give up now? Is it better if we don't?
No, he's into that whole redemption story. He's with you.
Well, good, Moses, because it's going to happen. I can tell you.
Okay.
8 rounds in a row from now on.
All right, here we go.
It
should have never been this close. This is disgusting. This transfer over, the scope, and as well as you go. It's also so hard. Even when you're in a 2-on-1, the fact that they have such low HP, it's so hard to tell the best way to set up a crossfire when you can't take any damage whatsoever.
I should also say, if you want to start that redemption arc, you really don't want to be almost losing a 2 versus 4 or whatever that was. You want to... Oh no. Flashbang, wasted.
Well, late banana control coming in. This time it's Fallen, the sole banana defender at the moment. He doesn't have a smoke or a Molotov as well, so he's forced off the angle. And it's a good thing. I think that double nade might have done him in if he stuck around. Still no one being called back to this B bomb site, despite the fact that he can't slow down a hit. Now finally the rotation coming in. It's Fur who's considering it. And he's got to be committed. He has a smoke, and Fallen realizes he might need it.
There's a big win. Oh, did he swap away from the weapon there, Crims? That looked a bit odd, like he could have probably continued the fight. Still 2-for-1 trade favoring the MIBR side, which in some strange way doesn't actually fill you with a lot of confidence because they've been giving up a bunch of advantages like this. And these need to be the rounds where they say, okay, this is like an 85% type round. We have a very, very good shot at doing this. They are spread 2 on A, 2 on B, which means still Fnatic actually have an isolated advantage here at the A bomb side. Lucas, timing is everything, and he actually kind of misses it. He does make up for it, and that is also the bomb drop now at Boiler. So that's going to make things really awkward. Even if they get coldzera in the pit, they still have to wait and try and get back and pick up the bomb with 20 seconds left.
He's playing this very smart, though, not committing to the fight, and actually now he's forced away, but he's bought time. Second player is here to group up with him, and he's even got a teammate down mid. Lucas forced away, but that's where Fur's able to get involved. He goes down, Exist, can't get the follow-up, as Fur slides beneath the bullets. 15-8 now, still in the favor of Fnatic. 7 more chances to close this out.
Yeah, I am confused about that. 15-8, you're absolutely right, though. And maybe one of the times here where MIBR would have the rifles and they wouldn't have to face really anything. Like, I wonder if it's going to change their attitude or if it's going to change their mentality a little bit here. If they could just have a couple of rounds where they say, you know what, this was easy. Like, we got the great, triple spray down. We got a couple of great HEs that just like made everything real easy.
Yep.
I feel like everything has been a struggle. Like even the rounds that shouldn't have been.
Yeah, well, there's an obstacle here as well when these pistols come out. How many times? Actually, that's not even a question worth asking. We've just seen it so many times that teams have just closed these things out with just pistols. Like you feel like a comeback starting to build up. You feel some positivity starting to build up, and then pistols just steamroll them. This time, though, Glocks, no armor, a couple P250s.
There's a flashbang.
And 1 flashbang. It's the God Flash.
Exist setting up for, I'm not even sure, for twist to peek with the Glock. That's really stupid. I've never seen anything like it.
Here you go, bro. I got the best flash in the world.
Like even if that flashed everyone out there, it was still the Glock. So I don't know what just happened.
Just setting up a fake. Gonna line up for coldzera. He's got a double. Lucas remaining aggressive in brackets, as we saw last round.
Like, if it had been Brolin down there at the bottom of Banana peeking with the deal, I'd be like, yeah, fine, you know, set up the pop flash. We'll leave it alone for now, as they are still obviously doing remarkably well on the Fnatic side. Brolin hoping to do a bit more damage, although coldzera is circling in on him. He's boxed in.
Oh, that's sick.
Maybe not.
Well, he knows where the position of Fallen is. Who's not going to re-peek into the angle. There's a timer here. Ooh, now the flank is spotted out. The flank is given up by some early shots, and Fallen misses one. There's one in lane, and Fur's the one to finish it off finally. 2 kills for Fur, 3 for coldzera. 15-9. Now 3 in a row for the Brazilian team. coldzera leading the way, 16-19.
They have really good weaponry now on the CT side. And I think even more importantly, they actually have all of the grenades, I believe, too. So there's like a, you know, for the first time, they've, or maybe Cold missing a little bit. Yeah, he is. So not the perfect buy. Even now, it's not the perfect buy.
Double op setup, though, for MIBR. If one of these bomb sites is lost, it's going to be insanely difficult. If you're MIBR, you're really hoping this double op catches them off guard. Allows you to put 3 players over towards the B bomb site as Cold ops in lane and Fallen here in position once that headshot. There's coldzera. Crims gets surprised by the op at the A site.
Oh, that was a shot through the wall. So they know that both those ops are in play. That's so quick. JW didn't even crouch into that. He was dead before he even managed to get all the way into the position. 2 versus 4, and again, MIBR really needs to take some deep breaths here and not give anything away. That should be a 10th round. I say should because I'm still a little bit uneasy about this MIBR team at the moment.
I don't know, Exist sometimes pulls off some crazy, crazy clutches. But he's got a long way to go. You can see the ops as well in position, even with Lucas with low HP to guard the site initially. The ops in position to stay in the hands no matter what happens. Fallen can choose whether to commit to a fight or not as Exist looks for that opening pick. Lucas looking around the edge of the smoke, he's gonna spot him first. There we go. Now a little bit of life. Could be far too late, but at least that might be our showing up here on this defensive side at the end.
Well, that is sometimes what we do see in some of these games where you think, man, if you could have found some of this, you know, in the middle of the game instead, would have made such a big difference. But you're right, we never know if it is going to be too late. JW at 24 kills, so he's going to cool down a little bit, and coldzera started to come alive. So I don't know, there is a way that this could really work out. We'll see. Back on pistols, they do have some armor and some grenades as well there on the Fnatic team, but yeah, I could see this. Could see this being an interesting game all of a sudden. It looked like that could have been a very cool lineup. He did some more damage there for... It's back around the corner and happy to take a fight through the smoke. Oh,
I think that's right through the wall again.
Yeah.
Crims as he's jumping up on top of the half wall, just clearing out towards sandbags, but this B bomb site is their only real plan. All 4 players are here. They've got decent amount of utility, but they're just missing the HP, missing the firepower. Exist doesn't have armor, but might as well go for it. Maybe you get a lucky shot with this deagle. Maybe Fallen just can't hit anything, falls back, but I'm wrong. He's blind. He finds one. Fur pops up, and he's going to get a second. Second during the hit. He's got 3 overall in the round, and again, it's just JW. It's deja vu from the previous round, and everything works out exactly the same. 15-11, 4 more for MIBR. If they somehow get there, if they somehow force overtime, that would be absolute madness. Down 3-12 at half. And what? It was 15-6.
Yeah, that you don't see those kind of comebacks very often in this, especially not in tournaments of this caliber, where it is really, really important. Again, your whole tournament life could be you know, decided on whether or not you go into like upper or lower bracket, and we'll see how it's going to play out because we're not quite done yet here. Round number 27. That double up for MIBR is still alive. And Fnatic know by now that it's in play, but it's kind of hard on the front of how you're going to try and punish that. More of a standard setup here for the CT side.
But they've been winning that battle for Banana for quite some time now. And you can see Fnatic has stopped really challenging it early on, staying outside, just waiting a little bit more, heading towards another part of the map. They know there's obviously a double up setup. It's been there for some time. Delayed take of Banana. This is everything. Oh, nice little shoulder peek, baits out the shot, and Fallen does not want to get the angle again. Gonna call Fur back, but neither of them have a smoke. Excuse me, Fallen has a smoke, neither of them have a Molotov. It's just Fur with one flashbang.
Bomb right now over by that A side. They're going to evacuate Banana completely. 40 seconds, and this is looking like a really heavy A hit at the moment. There are 3 people here to defend. 35 seconds now. They really got to... They've got to be careful now, Fnatic. They already ran out of time once. They can't really afford to do that again. Down under 25 seconds. They put in those grenades. They're sneaking close to the bomb site. They need a great opening hit. A couple of kills to clear it all out. Lucas kind of getting caught there. Twist goes down, and Taco fall the last defender there on the bomb site. And with about 10 seconds left, they are going to get the bomb plant down. And that should be it. That was kind of on the edge for a while.
It was, but Brolin played that really well, baiting his team as they were coming out. Taco didn't want to take the fight quite yet, but he just kind of had to. 2 players in the bomb site fall. He's got to get involved, and it's just Fallen. Not even going to be aware where he's getting shot from. 16-11 for Fnatic off the back of a dominant first half on their defense. 12-3, and yeah, I got a little bit close, but MIBR didn't seem to have a whole lot of fight in them until it was just too late.
Yeah.
Either way, we're done with this one. We're going to head to the desk.